This is what they're vying for.
It's the only trophy on offer, so we need it.
We haven't won the Champions Cup in a very long time, so it's definitely a competition that we're taking very seriously, and it's a competition that we want to win.
A rivalry that spans over decades. They have gone head-to-head 9 times.
It's a well talked about rivalry.
It's been a rivalry that has developed obviously before I came along, and it has continued.
In history, we have gotten the better of them a lot of times, but at this stage of the season, it counts for zero.
With the Jamaica College holding the upper hand, will KC pull one back?
I think on Saturday, both of us will try to put our best foot forward.
Since we are good friends, I think it's best that you take one and I'll take one.
May the better team win.
Jamaica College faces Kingston College for the 10th time in a decade. What will this outcome be? It's a matchup you don't want to miss. This is what they're vying for.
It's the only trophy on offer, so we need it.
We haven't won the Champions Cup in a very long time, so it's definitely a competition that we're taking very seriously, and it's a competition that we want to win.
A rivalry that spans over decades. They have gone head-to-head 9 times.
It's a well talked about rivalry.
It's been a rivalry that has developed obviously before I came along, and it has continued.
In history, we have gotten the better of them a lot of times, but at this stage of the season, it counts for zero.
With the Jamaica College holding the upper hand, will KC pull one back?
I think on Saturday, both of us will try to put our best foot forward.
Since we are good friends, I think it's best that you take one and I'll take one.
May the better team win.
Jamaica College faces Kingston College for the 10th time in a decade. What will this outcome be? It's a matchup you don't want to miss.
Welcome to the National Indoor Sports Centre for the Issa Under-19 Rural Netball Final featuring Glenmuir and Manchester High. We have the coach for Glenmuir, Mr. Ryan Reid, a man that I've known for a very long time, has been at the helm for 20 years and certainly searching for the school's first senior title and his first Under-19 title. Congratulations, I should say good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon. So I'm just hoping that we can execute what we.
How is the school feeling?
Trust me, they're elated. They're happy for us, because I don't know we come out in our numbers to support because it's our first senior final. We lost the juniors a while ago, so we have lost 2 junior finals, but we'll rebound and come back better next time.
You're unbeaten all season. All season, you're going to have a team that's unbeaten also. Do you fancy your chances to win this title today?
Yes, we fancy ourselves to win this title because I'm not going to lose both titles here today. By the hook or the crook, we're going to take this one, and I'm serious about it.
As you lost under 16, good luck to you.
All right, thank you very much.
They just had the coach of Glenmuir, Ryan Reid. Manchester High.
Can pull it through, and if the girls come out and play the game that I know they can play, then the door that we have been knocking on all along will finally be open.
Well, you were at the final earlier this year, last season, and you lost that game. How many of the players have returned for this team?
All players are here.
So all the players from last season are here?
Yes, they are.
So you should be the favorite.
Um, I don't want to put down any other team, but not a favorite, but we have the experience, can pull it off. So it's just for the girls, as I said, to just go out and do what they need to do.
Early this season, you beat the champions, Homewood Technical, in the round-robin format, and you lost your goalkeeper in that match. That has been a blow to you.
Not fully, because we just have to replace as they go along. So once somebody is down, we just want to make sure that we always have somebody to fit back into the space. So the keeper that we have now, she can pull off the job once she puts her mind to it and go out as play as hard as we know she can play.
Final question, Simone. Are you going to take the title this afternoon?
With God
Well, it's the under-19 final. The rural under-19 final, I should say, under the Issa umbrella here at the National Indoor Sports Center. Two unbeaten teams in this season, 2022, Glenmuir and Manchester. Glenmuir has been knocking at the door. Earlier today, they lost the under-16 final to Homewood Technical by 1 goal. Coach Annette Daly, the assistant of the senior team, was not happy at all with her team's performance. Entered the under-16 as the favorites, but did not take the title. In the under-16 affair, it was St. Hughes getting the better of Immaculate 31 to 22. As congratulations to Homewood Technical for the rural under-16 title, and congratulations to St. Hughes for the earner and Manchester. You see the players are coming out on the court. The starting 7 for Manchester, Melanie Francis, goal shooter. Daniel Laidlaw, goal attack. Tavia Chambers, wing attack. Shanake Wright, center. Shantai Patterson, wing defense. Maya Williams in the goal defense. And Danique Baker, the goalkeeper. Now you hear the noise in the background. A lot of Glenmuir supporters are here. And to tell you though, you see the president of the Inter-Secondary School Sports Association, Keith Wellington, they're shaking the hands of the Manchester players as the Glenmuir players come out. So we give you the starting 7 for Glenmuir. You have Shania Martin as a goal shooter, Nikisha Powell, goal attack, Brianna Nevers, a wing attack, Danica Edwards, the center, Mariska Lindsay, the wing defense, Tamaria Williams in the goal defense, and Fentonian Henry, the goalkeeper. Now this team, and the core of this team, I should say, actually won the under 14 title back in 2019. So this is a young team, although making to the under 19 final. So the core of this team was the under 14 champions some years back in 2019. So they have come up knowing each other, knowing how they can play together. And a couple of these players are national under 16 representative. And however, due to COVID, they did not represent the team or did not go out and play, but they made the nationals under 16 team. And a few of the players are under 21 invitees. So some national experience. So Annette Daly is at the end. You see her in her wonderful hair, golden hair if you want to call it that, as the president of Issa, Keith Wellington, shaking the hands, and the captain just walking with him as he shakes the hands of Annette Daly. So the two teams face off in brown. They'll walk, face each other and shake hands, as the custom for all netball games, no matter if it's junior, senior, international, regional, no matter what club. The coach of Glenmuir, you heard him earlier on, Ryan Reed. Also coaches, our former coach of Mineral Heights club, plays in the Clarendon League. Manchester Heights, Simone Smith was a very good netball player, played in the Manchester League. And she wasn't the coach of her team though, but they were the champions of the Manchester League. But she was the captain of that team. The two umpires on hand. It has Bethune Morgan and Christopher Smart. Bethune Morgan, you see him just in front of the scorer's desk with the ball in his hand. To his right is Christopher Smart. Both are coaches. Bethune Morgan was coach of Arden for many, many years before moving on to Tarrant. And Christopher Smart is a coach of Excelsior High. And he won 2 titles with them in the under-19 division, defeating Gainstead, who will play later today. Who are the defending champions of the under-19 Urban? So Manchester will start off proceedings with center right. As you see, the Glenmuir students are changing, moving from the right of the center to the left. So the wing defender, Patterson, contact called in mid-court. Expect a lot of movement for the Manchester team, so too the Glenmuir team, who have been around for very long, playing together from the under-14 level, the core. But contact called on the goal defense, Williams of Glenmuir at the transverse line. They advance the ball, the attacking third. Manchester lob inside, find their goal shooter Francis. Contact called on Francis, a penalty awarded. At the first goal of the match. Manchester supporters are here in terms of their team. I'll tell you something about the center for Glenmuir, Edwards. Diminutive she is, and the wing attack is also diminutive. The wing attack is Brianna Nevers, who is the daughter of Winston Nevers. Now, if you're in netball, if you don't know Winston Nevers, you're not in netball. That's Brianna Nevers. Edwards. Off the ball contact. Nevers having possession. Has to step back though. Give and go. A no-look toss to Martin, the goal shooter. Contact call inside of the shooting circle. Penalty awarded. Paul will take the penalty and scores. There's 1 apiece. Manchester just moving the ball well. And the contact will be called on the center, Edwards of Glenmuir, just at the shooting circle. Wright has possession, lobs it inside, almost a steal. She was looking for a shooter, Francis, but gathered by Laidlaw of the goal attack. But penalty awarded. Martin, you see the umpire in the white to the left, the first quarter. Now, for the under 16, the quarters are 10 minutes per quarter. For the under 19, it's 12 minutes per quarter. For seniors, it's 15 minutes per quarter. Ball tipped away though. Will be a throw-in to Glenmuir in the attacking third on the left. Nevers has a possession. She has been playing netball for a very long time on primary school level. Very good shot this from the goal attack, Powell of Glenmuir. Accuracy. Manchester lost 4 finals. Even the previous one. Tipped away, very good defensive work. But right back to the center right of Manchester. And a contact called. It will be Francis to take the shot. But another contact called by umpire Smythe. And Francis converts on her second attempt. 3-2 is the scoreline. They're not using the electronic board. Lob. This by Nevers, looking for her shooter, Martin. With a contact just outside the shooting circle. A pass to Chester Powell, who will line up to take the shot. She has good range, Powell. And she continues to show it. And has level proceedings at 3 apiece. Umpire Morgan to the right. He's out of your shot. Contact inside the attacking third for Manchester. Right. Finding her goal attack Laidlaw. Laidlaw looking for Francis though, but a little rough housing going on from the Glenmore defenders, Henry and Williams. Contact call, obstruction called actually. It was a bit too close when she took the shot. So she gained another opportunity. And Francis seemed a little bit tentative though for Manchester. And Glenmore so giving away the possession, a turnover. Not the greatest pass at all, looking for Martin. Could not handle it. Oh, seemed like they've given Glenmore back the possession. Gift for a gift. We're getting close to Christmas. Nevers. Edwards. Looking back for Nevers. Contact on Nevers. Coming outside is Powell. Finding our shooter Martin. Takes a shot and scores. Helped by the rim. It's a 2 turnover on either end of the court. Still the scoreline reads 4 apiece in this first quarter of this Issa under 19 Rural. It's the schoolgirls netball final. Reaching foul by Edwards. Right has possession. Attacking third, lob to the wing attack Chambers, who finds her goal shooter Francis, who answers the call. Manchester, they go up by 1 once again. 5-4 is the score. Looking for her shooter. Good split. This for Martin. She's a tall individual. Takes a shot and it goes outside. A long range effort from Martin. Now Manchester has a major chance to go up by 2. 5-4, they lead in possession and almost gave it away, and they've given it away. Sloppy passing from Manchester. The wing attack Chambers did not handle that pass well and threw it away. Edwards. The goal attack, Powell. Almost stolen by Chambers. Wanted to win back the possession after she gave it away a short while ago. Offside was called, so Nevers in possession. And you wonder what's offside. Her foot was on the transverse line. Takes a penalty. That's Martin and connects. All smiles on Martin. 5 apiece, still in first quarter action. You look on the bench of Glenmore to the left. Annette Daly and Coach Reed. Francis takes a shot and connects for Manchester. Coach Reed looks relaxed though. So too Annette Daly, who's a national coach, Fast 5 coach. Carried the team to the recent Fast 5, World Fast 5. Did not do too bad, but did not do too well. Nevers lobs it, looking for her shooter. And the contact will be called on the goal defender, Williams. So Martin now lines up, takes a shot and connects. Nothing but the net though, the horns go off inside the National Indoor Sports Center. Right, lobs it, looking for a center. Stolen, beautifully done by Henry. Oh, Henry, that was beautifully done. Nevers looking for a goal attack. Powell tips away. Will be Glenmore's possession. And the attacking third. Now throwing. Switching to Nevers. And contact at the edge of the shooting circle. Nevers will have possession for Glenmuir. There's two options. She goes to Martin. Contact called, a penalty awarded. Martin takes the shot and connects. So for the first time, Glenmuir are leading. 7-6 they're leading in this first quarter. Nevers and a pass under the rim could not be held by the goal shooter Martin, and she gave it away. Obstruction called on Martin. Has to stand beside the goalkeeper Baker. Manchester. Contact called on Nevers. Manchester just moving around the possession and moving up court, and that's the most important thing. Laidlaw coming deep outside the shooting circle, and they gave it away. Manchester turnover. Laidlaw was up out of their shooting circle, wanted to move inside to collect, but not the greatest pass at all. In the meantime, Glenmuir in attack with Powell outside the shooting circle, looking for Martin. Martin collects and connects. CC. She collects and connects. Score now read 8-6 in favor of Glenmuir over Manchester. Still first quarter action. Issa under 19 netball final, rural. Lobbing and stolen by the goalkeeper Henry. Oh, Henry, solid performance so far. Looking for Nevers. Nevers lobbing it, and Martin connects, turns and shoots and scores. The Glenmuir supporters are on their feet in the National Indoor Sports Center. 9-6 is the score. Martin almost grabbed away from Martin just outside the shooting circle. Changing from Powell to Martin, and Martin connects. Extending the lead to 4, 10-6. Glenmuir they lead over Manchester. But Manchester, a turnover. Glenmuir certainly up the ante somewhat in the latter stages of the first quarter, and they've given it away. I thought they did, however they did not. Yes, they did. They threw it away. And just to tell you about the goalkeeper, this for Manchester, that's Baker. Baker is actually one of their better centers. What happened that their original goalkeeper got injured when they played against Homewood Technical, and she has been out for the season. That was one of their first games, the preliminary round games. And they have used Baker in that department. However, they have lost in terms of height, but she is very agile inside of the defensive circle. But look at that shot from Powell. Powell is a happy lady. 11-7 in the scoreline, maintaining that 4-goal advantage over Manchester. Manchester look a little bit lost. Moving well is the wing attack. Chambers lobbing it. Henry! Oh, Henry! Oh my God, they've given it away. Could not hold on the wing defender. Once a great pass though from Henry, and that signals the end of the first quarter. 11-8, I think. I just want to make sure, because unless they're not giving Manchester that score, just want to make sure. You see it's 11-7, but I think that's 11-8, but I'm not sure, not confirming it yet. Well, they have 11-7, but it was 11-7 before Manchester had scored. But let's see if it will change any at all. So now it has changed, 11-8. So a good play this from Henry in that first quarter for Glenmuir. Has to put an asterisk beside her name. She has been the outstanding player for Glenmuir all throughout. Nevers working well in the attacking third and the mid-court. Also, the center Edwards and the combination of Martin and Paul was been invited to the under-21 training squad. Both have. They're doing extremely well. The movement of Paul is exceptional. Martin can turn, can split, has height. However, on the other end of the scale, Francis is a tall individual for Manchester in that shooting circle. And you see the coach, Simone Smith, having a word with the Manchester players. Beside her is Janice Grant, the assistant coach. Both have worked together, played on the same team in Manchester in the club league. So both know netball well. But Manchester, they've lost it the latter stage of the first quarter. We need to get it together though. As I was saying before in terms of Baker, Baker is actually a center, but they converted her in the goalkeeper area. But they're making some changes. And taking out the center. So Wright has been substituted. Manchester coming back on the court, so to Glenmuir. Met by their fans. I saw the principal of Glenmuir earlier on. I did not see the principal of Manchester, Mr. Gabriel. When it's football, you'll always see him. So second quarter getting on the way. 11-8, that's a score. Again, we see the movement of Powell. Finding Nevers, back to Powell. That's impressive. Then a lob looking for Martin. And they've given it away. A little bit too fancy from Glenmuir. Yes, nothing wrong with being fancy, but they have to play solid. You hear the cheering behind me. Henry with a steal. And Glenmuir getting a little bit too much though. I mean, getting excited. And after winning that possession, they're throwing the ball away. Great work from Henry standing in front of the tall Francis. Although she's tall, don't think she can jump that high. A steal again from Henry. And that's what she's doing. She's not standing behind. She's playing her up front because I don't think Francis is a great jumper. However, Henry, the goalkeeper, who's not as tall as Francis, takes a shot, rebounded by Powell. Martin gives her a nod to say, come on, let's score. And she obliges. So score 12-8. Remember, 12 minutes per quarter. 10 minutes for under 16. Manchester in possession. Movement from the goal attack. That's Laidlaw. A turnover there. That I did not see whether the contact was made. Umpire Matthew Morgan made that call. Almost stolen from the goal shooter Francis, coming in the defensive area, pretty close to the transverse line. But Glenmuir, the pass. Oh, brilliant work. This from Manchester High. The wing attack. Chambers. Movement from her just at the edge of the shooting circle. Laidlaw swings the play to the left. Trying to lob it inside. Henry's there, but collecting is Francis over the head of Henry. And that was a better pass this time around. And Francis connects. 12-9. Nevers looking for a center. Edwards, who was mugged. Contact inside, just outside the shooting circle. Nevers has possession. Lobbing it, looking for a shooter, Martin, who now converts. 13-9. Glenmuir going to their first final. Manchester have been to their fifth. Oh, poor marking this from the defense of Glenmuir. Williams and Henry were standing behind Francis. So score now 13-10. Glenmuir's possession with Powell. Powell looking for her partner in crime, Martin. Deflected outside. Defensive work excellent from Manchester. Glenmuir students enjoying themselves. Sixth form students in the house enjoying themselves. Powell looking for a center, wanting it back and getting it back, and then to Martin. It was harassed somewhat by Williams in defense for Manchester, but nevertheless, she converts. 14-10. Manchester on the bounce. Chambers collects. Again, moving well. The goal attack. Laidlaw looking for a shooter. Francis collecting that pass, turning around, takes a shot, hits the rim, and rebounded by Francis, who connects on her second attempt. Very good work by Francis, moving inside of the shooting circle and in the attacking third. 14-11. Still Glenmuir their lead. Long lob, looking for Martin, tipped outside by Williams. In defense for Manchester. Actually, contact was called and a penalty awarded, and sealing the deal was Martin. Excellent shot. She's ranked a 92% shooter this season. Manchester moving the ball fluently. And their third. Oh, deflected. Henry again. Henry, where have you been? You're everywhere on the court in the defensive circle. Deflected outside for a throw to Manchester. Contact at the edge of the shooting circle. Manchester having possession. Looking for her shooter, Francis, who collects. Just inside of the shooting circle. Laidlaw turns around, takes a long-range effort, and the ball tipped back in from Francis back to Laidlaw. An obstruction will be called as Henry was a bit too short, too close. And Francis connects, so the score now reads 15-12. In second quarter action. 6 minutes have gone inside the second quarter. Connecting by Martin. Obstruction will be called on the center. She was bailed out at that time, though. Christopher Smart was calling back the play. And she has given it away. She has given it away, the center, Edwards. And here comes Manchester in possession. Finding Laidlaw. What a split by Laidlaw. Takes the effort, but is deflected by Henry, and she'll be called for the obstruction. Connecting is Francis of Manchester. As Glenmuir has been a little bit too careless with the possession, as Manchester, they're chipping away at the lead. Just outside the shooting circle, looking for Laidlaw, then to Francis, who will take the shot, but Henry again blocks that attempt. Obstruction will be called, and Francis connects, cutting the deficit once again to 1. 15-14, Glenmuir, they still lead, but they had a 4-goal cushion that has dwindled down to 1. Oh, bit of luck there on Glenmuir's side, as obstruction will be called on the goal defender, Williams. And connecting on the play is goal shooter Martin. Has put it now to a 2-goal cushion. Is it a cushion or is just a sheet? Don't think it's as heavy as a cushion with just a 2-goal margin. That the lead is. Manchester's possession. Bethune Morgan to the lower end of your screen. The umpire is running things on that side. Looking for Laidlaw. Brilliant movement from Laidlaw, cutting inside and then finding Francis under the rim and connecting. Efficient and great work from Manchester High. Nevers. On her goal attack. Powell. Then Martin all alone under the rim and converting. 2 goals they lead. 17-15. Glenmuir in the red over Manchester in the brown. Oh, turnover. Manchester giving away the possession. Two players from the same team going for the possession, losing concentration in the attacking third, has given Glenmore back the possession. Powell looking for Martin, calling for stepping. I thought she was nudged from behind though, but umpire Smart did not think that. Even the touching. Oh, stolen by Henry. And they've given it right back to Manchester. You have to hold your head and cry. The work that Henry is doing for Glenmore is going up begging by the defensive aspect of Glenmore. This time, Williams has gotten into the stealing act. It's a pair I would not like to. Oh my word. Oh my word. Again, they're rushing it. Again, they're rushing it. Nevers now playing the center position. They've taken out Edwards. Manchester in possession in midcourt. In the attacking third through their center. Well, they're giving it away. Nevers now to their wing defender. That is Lindsay. Looking up court, looking for their shooter, Martin. Martin takes an effort, long range, but rebound gathered by goalkeeper Baker. Brilliant by Baker. Manchester on the other end. It's a 2-goal cushion. Will be cut to 1 if Francis scores. Now, I said before they're chipping, but they're not digging hard in terms of the deficit. Francis to take the penalty for Manchester. And connects. A minute to go to close out the second quarter and the first half. Nevers. Oh, center pass picked off. Here is Manchester once again. Contact will be called outside the shooting circle. Chambers. Inside to Laidlaw. Back to Chambers. Oh, she has given it away. A little bit of luck there. It slipped out of her grasp. Going for the ball. The contact was made by Henry on Francis. And Francis connects. Here we have a tied game. 17 apiece as the first half winds down. Seconds to go to complete the first half and the second quarter. As an unofficial time, I may add a turnover. Obstruction will be called, so Glenmuir's possession in midcourt. Lobbing the play down, finding Powell. Powell looking for Martin. Martin turning around. She was not comfortable with that spot, but a penalty awarded. A long-range effort, connecting is Powell. 1 goal advantage for Glenmuir over Manchester. 18-17. Nevers has given away the possession. 2 turnovers from Nevers. Manchester in possession through Laidlaw. That's it. Signals the end of the second half. End of the second quarter, pardon me. And end of the first half. And 11-8 at the end of the first quarter. And its score now reads 18-17 at the end of the second quarter and the first urban final. And Homewood got the better of Manchester in the rural under 16 final. But halftime score 18-17 for Glenmuir over Manchester High. Well, the players are coming back on the court for the start of the second half of this Issa under 19 Rural Schoolgirls Netball Final. Glenmuir and Manchester High. At the end of the first quarter, it was 11-8 in favor of Glenmuir, 18-17 now in favor of Glenmuir. One goal cushion. I'm going to stop saying cushion, not a cushion anymore. A steal by Henry and a contact on Henry. What a game this young lady is having here this afternoon. In midcourt, now they have switched back Nevers to wing attack. She was playing the center a short while ago and 2 turnovers came from her. That's not like her though. Put her back to the wing attack. Maybe they think that she's more comfortable in that regard. So, great work from Martin, saving that possession for Glenmuir. Powell back to Martin. Martin lines up, takes a shot, the rim, and rebound gathered by Powell and connects. They started off the second quarter, or the third quarter, pardon me, well, the second half. So just a reminder of the score though. 19-17. A lot of Haji going inside. Contact called. Baker. She is the guilty person. A throw to Martin. Martin connects. She looks relaxed. Martin. She's all smiles. In the meantime, Manchester's trying to go forward, go up court, and almost gave it away. But now they have. They've given to Edwards, but she stepped on the line. So it will be Glenmuir's possession in their defensive third. Henry finding the hands of the goal defender Williams. Now Edwards to Nevers. Back to Edwards. Dropping the pass is Powell, looking for the movement. Oh, stolen well by the goal defender Williams. But they called for the contact, and both players were fighting for the possession. Powell missing that first attempt, missing the second attempt. Can she get it on the third? Yes, she does. A big smile, this coming from Martin. Patting Powell on the back. Nevers called for stepping once. Oh, this is once again, but second time we've seen stepping from Glenmuir. A steal! Are you kidding me? That's the 5th steal from Henry. Oh, they've given it right back. They've given it right back. Every single time Henry steals the ball, not every single time, at least 4 of the 5 times, they've given it right back to Manchester. If I was Henry, I would be upset. I'll be honest with you, I would be upset. So throwing to Manchester. I thought it was going to be a throw-in. A contact called on Edwards, the center. Laidlaw, steal again. Very good work coming from Glenmuir's Edwards. But it passed. Ball tipped away. Contact called. Paul walks away. She was in 2 minds. Wonder if she gave it away. But Bethune Morgan, the umpire, says no, it was a contact on you. So Glenmuir still having possession. Powell. Back to Edwards. Edwards gave it away. Here comes Manchester. They trail 17-21. In the attacking third. A lob. Oh, it's tipped away looking for Francis. Gathered by Laidlaw, who takes the shot, hits the rim, and went right in. 18 for Manchester, 21 for Glenmuir. Third quarter. Issa under 19 Rural Final. Laidlaw using the floor to her advantage and her height to her advantage because she's not the tallest on the court. Francis connects. 19-21. They trail by 2. Manchester. Can they work themselves back in it? Long lob down court in the hands of Martin, was left all alone, and she answers the call. 22-19, the flag of Glenmuir waving in the National Indoor Sports Centre. Lob down court. Viner center. Right. Looking for the hands of Francis was almost mugged by Williams. Contact inside the shooting circle. Looking for Francis from Laidlaw, and Francis takes a shot, rolls out, did not roll in, has a second attempt, and it goes in. 22-20. Glenmuir still lead. So it's Powell. Connects on the play for Glenmuir. 3-goal advantage. No cushion around here. For Glenmuir over Manchester. Third quarter action. Moving well was Chambers. Bounce pass to Laidlaw. Along the ball to Bounce. Pretty close to the line. Then she takes the shot. He rolls in. Rolls around for dropping in. So Manchester now switching the play to the left. That's outside the shooting surface. Francis getting the better of Henry and connecting for Manchester. The lead now cut to 1, 28-27. Manchester can draw level in this match of the fourth quarter. Oh, failing to hold on was Francis under the rim all alone with that chest pass. A major turnover in this fourth quarter. Henry. Contact call, Henry. Now the center finding the goal. Powell looking for Martin. Turning around, taking the shot, hits the rim, rolled out, rebounded by Martin. Not once, but twice, 3 times. However, she connects on the shot. 29-27. What a game we're having in this fourth quarter. Nevers for Glenmuir. Powell looking for Martin. Martin, a long-range effort. Obstruction will be called. Martin takes a penalty and connecting. It's now a 3-goal lead, 30-27 for Glenmuir over Manchester. Bounce pass. Oh, the contact. Stepping, another turnover for Manchester. Seen by umpire Bethune Morgan. Henry. Wing defender Lindsay. Powell seems like she's all over the court. She's a goal attack. Lindsay once again. Looking for the center. Nevers collects for Glenmuir. Alongside this shooting circle, coming vicious was Williams. Aggressive. And a contact inside the shooting circle. Paul having possession. Looking for a shooter, Martin. Another long-range effort connecting. Nothing but the net. 31-27. Glenmuir leads. Goal defender. That's Williams. Looking back for Powell. Powell to Nevers. To Powell once again. Lob inside the shooting circle. Gathered cleanly by Martin. And she connects, rattling it in. She's stepping high. What can Manchester do? 32-27. Still early in the fourth quarter. Just 4 minutes have gone inside the fourth quarter. A reminder, 12 minutes per quarter. Laidlaw. Oh, a steal, and it went outside. This time it was Williams, not Henry. So Glenmuir possession. Williams. Nevers for Glenmuir. Back to Williams. Nevers to Powell. A lob to Martin. Turning around, firing and scoring. Glenmuir. They're hotter than hot in the fourth quarter. The students are on their feet. The flags waving inside the National Indoor Sports Center. Fourth quarter action. Issa schoolgirls netball final, the rural. Turnover. 3-second violation. Manchester once again inside the shooting circle to Francis. Now Coach Smith is a bit worried. I use the term worried. You see her to the left of your screen in the yellow vest, standing and talking. Now umpire Bethune Morgan having a word with the shooter Francis of Manchester. Henry has to stand beside her when she takes this penalty and converts. Game not done just yet. Manchester, they will have something to say about that. And obstruction will be called. Outside the shooting circle. Goal shooter Francis. Leans in, takes a penalty and scores. So the deficit has been cut once again. Still early days in this fourth quarter. It's a schoolgirl netball rural final. 33-29. lobbing inside and looking for Martin. Martin turns around, takes the shot, rattling it in for Glenmuir. Manchester has to answer, and answer well. They have possession. Inside their attacking third. Laidlaw, it's stolen again! By who? Guess who? Can you guess? Henry for Glenmuir. Nevers finding Martin. Who connects? Martin solid on the night, bringing the crowd of supporters of Glenmuir to their feet. They're standing, watching the fourth quarter. Score reads 35-29. Manchester High, their goal shooter Francis. Although the noise is deafening, they can come back in this game. Score now read 35-30. Manchester's center pass. Just trailing by 5 goals. It is fourth quarter. 7 minutes gone. Another turnover. Another turnover. A reminder though, Glenmuir in the final for the very first time in the school's history. They were the under-16 defending champions. They lost to Homewood Technical in the under-16 final by 1 goal earlier today. They said they're not leaving Kingston without a title. And goal shooter Martin is making sure of that. 36-30. A 6-goal lead. As the center, Edwards is back in for Glenmuir. She lost composure earlier on. Nevers lobbing, looking for the goal at top. Powell. Powell to Martin. Lines up, takes the shot, is short. But obstruction we call though. Oh, the goalkeeper, Baker went around. So Baker has to stand beside Martin, who comes forward and connects. (37-30). Wing attack. Chambers. Now Laidlaw looking for a shooter. Brilliant work from Francis. Brilliant collection with her left hand. Put it to her right. And connects. Very good work there from Francis. And again, we see Glenmuir giving away possession. With time ticking away. 9 minutes on the clock. In this 12 minutes per quarter game. A reminder, we're in the fourth quarter. They trail by 6, Manchester. They need to score. Need to score now. Laidlaw. Obstruction will be called on Henry. Francis takes a penalty and connects. So it should be a 5-goal cushion, 37-32. Bullet pass. Laidlaw gets it back. So 37-33. Almost gave it away. Powell in the hands of Edwards. Looking for Nevers. Nevers. Back to Powell. Movement of Powell inside to Martin. Connecting is Martin. Horns again. You'll hear from Glenmuir. From here to Clarendon, watch the young ladies wave the flag and stand on their feet in celebration, anticipation of Glenmuir winning the under-19 crown. However, it's not done just yet. 38-33. Under 2 minutes to go in this matchup. Contact called outside the shooting circle. Laidlaw for Manchester. Manchester, they lost to, tipped away from Henry. Henry has been outstanding this afternoon. Tipped away by Williams. A very good defensive pair I've seen all season. Francis connects, collects, then connects. 38-34. Powell Finding Edwards, back to Powell. Lobbing, looking for her shooter, Martin. Who takes the shot and connects. She's all smiles. I'm looking at the clock. 4 seconds to go on official time. Manchester will be losing their 5th final, 39-34. And the whistle coming inside the shooting circle. And Glenmuir will be holding on to their first crown. And that's it. That's it, Glenmuir. They are the champions of the 2022 Issa Under-19 Schoolgirl Netball Competition, defeating Manchester High 39-34 in this final. First time finalists, first time champions. Glenmuir celebrate as the team from Clarendon with the coach Ryan Reid and assistant Annette Daly bring the job this afternoon. Coach. Ryan. All right, we're here with the winning coach of the Glenmuir unit, Ryan Reid. Congratulations on the victory, 39-35. However, how did you sum up your team's performance here this afternoon?
Awesome. As I said to you earlier, we had a long pre-season and we did a lot of technical work over the last couple of days. And we would have seen the Manchester team played. As I said to you, we played them last year in the semi-final and we lost by 1. So we had an idea of how their team played. So we go on the drawing board and we just work out some stuff. And we came down and realized once we shut down the goal shooter, then we'd have an easier chance of coming away victorious today.
They had a taller goal shooter, but your goalkeeper, Henry, was outstanding. But watch how she played her. She played in front of her.
Yeah, man. As I said to you, my goalkeeper, as I said to you in an interview yesterday, my goalkeeper is one of my star players. But I don't know it's a team defense that won us the game today. We made some errors, but her playing today was superb. Because she came out, won some ball, and she brought us back into the game. And I have to say kudos to her.
Were you concerned sometime in mid-court you gave away the possession, Nevers and company? Edwards gave away the possession sometimes?
But that's netball. That's netball because that's how the game plays. You will make turnovers, but all you have to do is when you get your turnovers from your opponent, just make use of it. And that's what we did. They made some turnovers and we executed brilliantly.
You lost the under-16, but under-19 title you're going home with. History for you. You've been at the school for 20 years. First time the school making the final. First time the school taking the senior title.
Trust me. I am elated at the moment. I swear, because I've been trying at it for 20 years. I almost quit, but I stuck with it because the law said don't leave until you give them a title. And I gave them a title. I'm so sorry that we couldn't take home the under-16, but that's what it is. We'll regroup and we'll come again next year for under-16. And trust me, I can tell you, those girls that won today for Glenmuir, we'll be seeing every single one of them the next coming season.
Congratulations.
All right, thank you very much. And I just have to say big up to the Glenmuir Massive. We did it for you. And I have to say a big congratulations to my mentor and my manager, Miss Annette Daly, because we did it for her. Because, she lost her spouse in an accident. And we made up our mind that this year is something that we'll do for her. It's not just at the school alone, but we do it for her as well. Because she has been a great mentor to me over the last 7 years. So, Miss Daly, this one is for you as well. And my madam principal as well. All right.
All right, they're hearing from Ryan Reed, the coach of Glenmuir, as they will celebrate this afternoon the winner of the under-19, first time in the school's history.
Let's welcome the Gainesville High School team. Goalkeeper, Morgan Richards. Dave Jordan. Goal attacker, Sheila Roach. The shooter, Aqua Latu. Let's welcome also Chizzy, Taylor, Bernard, Tamika, Chanamundi, Takana. Let's welcome Coach Dalton Hines, Manager Derek Blow. Let's welcome that people talking. St. Catherine, Jones Road, Honolulu to the stage. Let's welcome the persons from the St. Catherine High School. Goalkeeper, Baby Girl.
So the second under-19 final is coming up. We had the rural a short while ago. Now it's time for the urban. Gainsted, the defending champions, up against St. Catherine. Now Gainsted have won this title not once, but twice. Lost twice in the final to Excelsior High. However, they lost 2016 and 2017 to Excelsior High, but came back to win 2018 and 2021. Coached by Dalton Hines, Gainstead losing 11 of their players they won last season. And a reminder that it was played this year, although it's last season, because of the COVID, things changed somewhat. The netball started earlier this year, but still under the 2021 umbrella. So they lost 11 players, Gainstead. The team on your right in white top, blue and white. On the left is St. Catherine's blue, light blue for St. Catherine, coached by Phyllis Thompson. Dalton Hines has been at Gainstead for 12 years, while Phyllis Thompson, I think she's been about 13 years in charge at the school. As we see the former president of IFNA, Molly Roan, and the former president of Netball Jamaica, Marva Bernard. So there, principals, Fulmer's girls in the greeting party. The president of Issa was at the first greeting party, but Marva Bernard, you see her with her glasses, a jovial individual. I like her top though, I like the shiki. I like the earrings to match along with the top. Molly Roan though was a long-time president of the international body. And you see how Marva Bernard greets the ladies. And it's Marva. As also the president of America's Netball, outgoing president, America's Netball. Was the financial director at IFNA for some years. As Marva doing a lot of talking there. That's Dalton Hines, the coach of Gainstead. Sporting dreadlocks here though. And Chris, the officiated at Jamaican umpires, the officiate in the final. He was an excellent umpire, stepped away from umpiring, Dalton Hines. And he's also a national coach. He's assistant coach of the Fast 5 team, assistant to Annette Daly. So he is a very good coach. He is a basis house coach also, and a high school coach, and a national coach. Mara Bernard, I don't know what she's saying to ladies from St. Catherine. Give it a starting 7 for Gainstead. Lati, goal shooter. Roach, goal attack. Wallace, the wing attack. McGowan, center. Faith Gordon, the wing defender. Crystal Nicholson, goal defender. And Nadia Richardson, the goalkeeper. St. Catherine, Kellyanne Hunter, goal shooter. Kayla Wright, goal attack. Paris Major, the wing attack. Denise Green, the center. And Akila Lee, the wing defender. Ashari Thomas, the goal defender. And Kadeen Gordon, the goalkeeper. In fact, Lati, look at that. I mentioned Lati, and I saw her coach from a school off Hope Road. And my good friend is here. He was officiating in the first game. As we're getting ready now for the second final. Speaking about Lati, and Lati just going to Gainstead there for 1 year. She was at another high school and transferred to Gainstead. She's a very good shooter, Lati. She also plays club netball for Red Challenge. Barbara Hines is one umpire. I saw her running across the screen a short while ago. Terrence Spirit is another. He's also an official if the umpire. So Gainstead would have possession. They are the defending champions though, but after losing 11 of their place, find the goal shooter coming outside the shooting circle. You don't normally see that from Lati. Lati, she loves to move, and almost stolen this by Gordon of St. Catherine. Gordon has gained the possession. Contact by Lati on Gordon. So St. Catherine in possession. And they're very noisy here in the National Indoor Sports Center. A lob on the left outside the shooting circle, gathered by Wallace. By Major, pardon me. Oh, giving away possession. Poor passing though. In the end, has given back Gainstead the possession. So I'm thinking though that all of St. Catherine is inside the NISC. St. Catherine has moved to now stadium. The movement to the wing attack. That's Wallace. Now to the center, McGowan. Right at the transverse line, Gordon switches inside of the shooting circle. Or not the attacking third, pardon me, finding Roach. Ball lobbed right back to Roach, moving inside the shooting circle. Wallace back to Roach of Gainstead. Moving well, takes an effort, brilliantly done. The start of the proceedings. Gainstead said, we are noisy too. St. Catherine looking for a shooter. Hunter. And connects. Now St. Catherine had never won the under-19 title since Issa has taken over. They won it back in the 90s when the game's mistress was running the competition. The Games Mistress Association, they were running the competition at that time. However, since Issa has taken over, they have not won the under-19. So let's see what will happen this afternoon. We saw Glenmuir winning the under-19, going to the final for the first time in the school's history. Latti being clobbered somewhat by Gordon. Latti collecting, turning around, and connecting. 2-1 is a score. St. Catherine, they're trailed by 1. Lobbed inside the shooting circle. Oh, they're tossing for the possession. Aggressive is McGowan, the center for Gainstead. Now, Hunter is on the prowl. Will she get her prey? Yes, she does. It's 2-all in first quarter action. With a pass inside, chest pass to the goal attack, Roach. Contact call on the goal defender, Thomas. Roach with a long range effort hits the back of the rim, and the rebound will be gathered by Gordon of St. Catherine. Contact call on Latti. Brilliant work from Gordon, the goalkeeper of St. Catherine. Gordon collects a pass, a shovel pass to Green. St. Catherine in midcourt. A lot of aggressive work this from the Gainstead players. Oh, steal, brilliantly done by Nicholson, the goal defender. But they've given it right back to St. Catherine. Marshalling, looking for the goal shooter and tussling for the possession. Nicholson of Gainstead has won the battle. Gainstead back in possession through McGowan. Looking for a goal defender, Nicholson in midcourt. Wallace, the wing attack, finding Roach, lobs it, looking for Latti. She was not somewhat, no whistle on the play. Roach swings it back outside, shooting circle. Oh, almost a steal. And it goes the other way. So it's a steal from Green of St. Catherine. It's a physical battle on the court on either end. Both teams coming into the final undefeated. St. Catherine has been superb. So it's another turnover, and Gainstead having possession with Nicholson. Gordon. Down court, mid-court. Gainstead has given possession away, but recovered well by Latti. Roach looking for Latti. Latti steps forward, takes a shot, and connects. Her coach, a red challenge, is Bethune Morgan. He was the umpire in the first game. Shoot to Hunter. It's on the prowl once again. So it's a penalty awarded though, but it seems like no one wants to take it, whether Hunter or Wright. Hunter will take it. She steps forward and connects. St. Catherine supporters are on their feet and they're cheering. Wallace. Nicholson. Back to Wallace. Lobs it to Latti. Takes a shot and connects. For Gainstead. 4-3 is the lead for Gainstead over St. Catherine. Lobbed inside to Hunter. But a contact called on Hunter. Oh no, it was called before it reached Hunter on right. The goal attack for St. Catherine. In the meantime, Roach in midcourt to Nicholson. Switch in play. Now in the hands of the wing attack, Wallace. Lobs and look for Latti. Latti turns around a long right left, he's in front of the rim. And still in play. Shovel pass inside. Not the greatest pass at all from the wing attack. That's Wallace looking for the movement of Latti. St. Catherine in midcourt. Milling through the center green. A lot of movement in the attacking third. Wright looking for brilliantly done by Wright. The whistle has called back the play. Contact before that ball was passed to Wright. Shovel pass to Major. Looking for St. Catherine's Hunter. Has to stand beside Richardson. Takes the first attempt. Rebounded by Hunter. And connects. She connects on the play. We'll tell you a story about Gainstead, about St. Catherine, pardon me. Very soon. So in other words, play continues here. Here comes St. Catherine in the hands of Hunter once again. Oh, she passes out. Why? She was right under the rim. Right was, when the contact was on right outside, right in the chest now of Hunter, going right back from where we started, and she scores. The goalkeeper, Katie going for St. Catherine, is actually a shooter. Oh, brilliant split it was. But why did she take the shot? Right now, and a turnover. Contact called after that pass. She ran into the body of the goalkeeper, Richardson. And they've given it right back. Poor effort in the end from Gainstead. Right. Ball a little bit hot there to handle. Hunter. I think Hunter's a bit nervous. She connects on that attempt. It's now 6-4. St. Catherine leads over Gainstead. You see that she's nervous. She's praying. She has got opportunities under the rim, but instead she has passed it out. Gainstead through McGowan. Oh, that's a replay. There's that turnover. St. Catherine back in possession through Green. Moving well. Major, the wing attack. Green back again. Finding the goal defender, Thomas. In the hands of Green. Back to Thomas. Oh, very good zoning from Gainstead in midcourt. Very good defensive zoning from Gainstead. The center, Green. Right. Oh, swatted away. Good work from the goalkeeper for Gainstead, Richardson. She has long hands, and she used it to her advantage. Looking for Latti. Latti could not handle that pass and should be St. Catherine's possession. It was tipped away by St. Catherine's Kadeen Gordon. Now let me tell you a story about Kadeen Gordon, the goalkeeper for St. Catherine. That's her with the ball. She's actually a shooter, but just a week ago, their goalkeeper for St. Catherine migrated. So the goalkeeper they've been playing with all season did not play the semi-final, migrated. So what they've done is converted one of the shooters, Kadeen Gordon, as a defender. Very good work there from Hunter, stepping outside of play. Quick thought process, lobbing to Hunter. This from Green. She has to be careful with the right arm with that push off. Takes the shot and connects. St. Catherine supporters, Norman Manley supporters are cheering for St. Catherine. Love looking for Hunter. Hunter over the hands of Richardson. Contact called, a penalty awarded. Wright will take it and connects. Score now reads 8-4, end of the first quarter. Eight four in favor of St. Catherine over Gainstead. So I was telling you earlier on about Kadeen Gordon of St. Catherine, was a shooter converted just a week ago using her height. But what a game we're having here. A low scoring affair because the battle is in midcourt. It's a physical affair between the two teams. See the coach, Phyllis Thompson, in full blue. Never seen a few other players on the bench. There's a gentleman there in blue top and black pants. Seems like he's enjoying the affair. At the center, that is Green, just walks past your screen. Never seen Gainstead with coach Dalton Hines. And having a word, doing some switching. Latti is still the goal shooter. And I don't think Roach will be moved as a goal attack. Roach is still the goal attack. Having a word with the manager and a former player. So they're concerned though, 8-4. And you may say, whoa, it's a poor game. No, it's not. Because of how physical it has been, not a lot of attempts. Goalkeeper for Gainstead, Richardson, has done extremely well for her team. Umpire Barbara Hines runs across, hands the center the ball. It's a switch here for Gainstead. Roach in mid-court. Almost gave away the possession. Obstruction will be called. It's on Wright, who has to stand and wait the play to start, restart. That is as done. Lob on the right. Moving out, it is a Roach. Whistle on the play, Dalton. That's Terrence Peart, the umpire. At the top here, left-hand screen. Lobbed inside to Roach of Gainstead. That was blocked. Obstruction will be called. Penalty awarded. Has to stand beside Latti. Latti takes the shot and scores. Second quarter getting on the way. 8-4, end of the first quarter. Score now read 8-5. St. Catherine, possession, audacious split in midcourt. This from the center, Green. Ball lobbed and gathered by the shooter. That's Hunter for St. Catherine. And taken away. No contact, says umpire Hines. Turnover. Gainstead in possession in their defensive third. moving up court in the hands of the goal defender Nicholson. But it's stolen by St. Catherine. Thomas to Green. Inside the shooting circle right, looking for Hunter, who spins like a ballerina. And the goal defender Nicholson falls over the legs of right, and she connects. (9-5), St. Catherine their lead over Gainstead. Second quarter action. Looking for Latti. Turns around, takes a shot. Rebounded by Latti. Obstruction called on Gordon. Second attempt, and rebound going down is a Thomas. So it should be St. Catherine possession. No, the ball is a throw-in. Umpire turns Spirit, says there's nothing in that. So the ball lob looking for Latti. Collecting from Roach. Obstruction will be called on Gordon. Takes a shot and connects. 9-6. Gainstead chipping away at that lead. St. Catherine with a 3-goal lead and a steal. Oh, she stepped on the line. Intention was there. Right to Hunter. Turns around brilliantly and connects. 10-6. St. Catherine leads over Gainstead in second quarter action. Gainstead in possession. Oh, they've given it away. Right to Gordon. Off St. Catherine. To Green. Now in possession. Back to Gordon. Switching to the left. To the goal attack right. But it's swatted into touch. And we are throwing to St. Catherine. Aggressive play inside the midcourt. Now we see it again. From both teams. Still tussling on the play, but now realizing the whistle out went. Latti calling for the contact earlier on. And all the ball in the hands. And they've given the possession away. And here comes Gainstead in possession. Oh, no, in the hands of Latti. Just outside the shooting circle. Looking back for Latti, tussling and tipping the ball away was Katie Gordon in defense for St. Catherine. A throwing to Gainstead. 10-6 is the lead. And they're throwing it away. Right. A switch in play to Green. Looking for the center. That was a bit short, but gathered by goal attack right. A chest pass to Hunter. Lines up for St. Catherine. Rattling in for St. Catherine. 11-6 is the lead in the second quarter action. And it will be St. Catherine's possession. Tossing for the possession was the wing defender for Gainstead. That was Gordon. And the ball now thrown or lobbed to Hunter, who scores again. Hunter, who was praying in the first quarter. The prayers have subsided, and she's now got into the game. Ball lobbed, looking for Latti. Latti collecting on the left of the rim. And a brilliant shot by Latti. Ball rolling. Terrence Spear saying something to Latti. In the meantime, St. Catherine have given away the possession. Gainstead having a chance to cut into the lead. 12-7 is the lead in the second quarter. Under 19, this is the urban final. Defending champions are Gainstead. Can they retain their title? It's just second quarter action. Roach Looking for Latti. Stepping back, collecting, and shooting, and connecting. Brilliant work from Latti. Stepping back away from goalkeeper Gordon. The 12-8 is the score in favor of St. Catherine over Gainsted. Lobbing, looking for Latti once again. Takes a shot, get a favorable bounce, and the score is now 12-9. St. Catherine still leading. Gainsted supporters are standing on their feet. They're supporting their school to the bitter end, winning or losing. This is their 5th finals. They've been since 2017. And St. Catherine have thrown it away. 2016, pardon me. They lost, almost a turnover. But Gainsted back in possession through Richardson. Nicholson. Wing defender Gordon. The hands of the goal attack Roach coming in mid-court. Looking back for Roach, but stolen by Gordon. Here's St. Catherine. Ball swatted away before it could reach the hands of Green of St. Catherine. Will be a throw-in to St. Catherine. They lead 12-9. Second quarter. Lob looking for Hunter. Richardson. Bounce pass to right. Green back to right. Give and go. Right connects. Long range effort and it rolls in. She is diminutive, but she has a good stroke. 13-9 is the scoreline for St. Catherine. A steal by Gordon. Over Gainsted. Green. The wing attack. Major to right. The wing attack once again. That's Major. The contact called on the wing defender Gordon. Here is Green once again. Shovel pass inside. This to Hunt to right. But a steal. But going right back to St. Catherine. A steal for another steal. Hunter with a second opportunity. Connects for St. Catherine. 15-9 in second quarter action. Center pass. A lot of change has been made. Roach has been substituted. She's now playing the wing attack. Brought in a new player for the goal attack position. So start to strengthen their attacking mid-court. But Green with the center pass, contact in mid-court. Right, outside the shooting circle. A lob inside to Hunter. Hunter collects the ball over the hands of Richardson. Takes a shot and connects, nothing but the net. St. Catherine with a 15-9 lead in the second quarter. 2 minutes to go to close out. Green. Right, coming in mid-court for St. Catherine. Back to Thomas. Then to right, contact called at the transverse line. Green for St. Catherine. Lobbing inside for Hunter. Could not handle that pass. And a contact on the goal defender. Looks to be Nicholson. Outside the shooting circle. Lob. Oh, brilliant split. That from Hunter. Under the rim. Connecting. And to put the scoring to 16-9. St. Catherine their lead over Gainsted. Pass to right. Long range effort. She rattled it in. Oh, that was brilliant from right. That was brilliant from Hunter. That was brilliant from St. Catherine. 17-9 in second quarter action. Seconds to go, unofficial time to close out the first quarter, the first half, pardon me, and second quarter. Looking for Latti. And again, we'll see Lati backpedaling, collecting that pass and connecting. Reaching double figures, 17-10. Green to Thomas. Finding the movement of the wing attack. That's Major. Then Green once again looking for a shooter. Hunter on the prowl. She takes a shot and it rolls right in. 18-10. That signals the end of the second quarter, end of the first half. 18-10. St. Catherine, they lead in this first half. And certainly scoring 8 goals in the first quarter with an 8-4 lead. Have scored now 10 goals in the second quarter to lead 18. But for Gateshead, who scored 4 goals in that first quarter, scored 6 in that second to be 10. 18-10 at the end of the first half. You see the coach, Phyllis Thompson, speaking to the goal shooter, Hunter. She has never won the under-19 crown, never as a coach. So this will be her first under-19 title. She has been at the school for 20 years. She has been there for not 20, 13 years in charge. And this would be her first under-19 title. She's telling her players to relax, to stay calm, cool as a cucumber. And in terms of teams that have won so far, 39-35. Glenmuir over Manchester, taking the under-19 title for the first time in the school's history. St. Hugh's defeating Immaculate in the under-16 division, taking the urban title. And Homewood and Manchester, Homewood Technical getting the better of Manchester by 1 goal to take the under-16 crown in rural division. So 3 titles have been decided so far. This is the 4th and final match. In fact, there were 5 matches today. The first was scheduled to start at 10:30. That was the 3rd place playoff. And for the rural under 16, then it went right down to finals. Coach instructions. She's excited. Now St. Catherine, always in the top 3, top 4 for the last 10 years. However, they have never won under-19 title. So that's her being very vocal, animated also. Phyllis Thompson. And that's her assistant on the left. But to the right, she's standing up. And let's see what they will come with. And also the defending champions, Gateshead, in the 3rd quarter, the second half. Now here is Gateshead to start off the 3rd quarter. Second half action. 18-10 is the score. Not adjusted. For St. Catherine, they lead over Gateshead. Gateshead, they are the defending champions. So they have changed Roach as the goal attack. Put Roach as the wing attack. So they're brought in now a taller goal attack than Roach, bringing some height in the shooting circle for Gateshead. Is it going to work? So contact called This on the goal defender. That's Nicholson of Gainstead. On the right of St. Catherine. Major. Green. Lobbing the ball in the hands of Hunter. To the left of the rim. She takes a shot and connects. Starting off the third quarter in a positive way. Finished 18-10. Starting 18-10. And giving away possession though. A turnover. It's now 19-10. Gainstead. Latti. She wants it back. Still 2 passes between Latti and Roach. She lobs it. And it's actually swatted away by Gunn, who has the same, is taller than Latti. So, offside call. And they almost gave it away. Latti in possession. It's finding Nicholson. And contact will be called. Roach, who started in the goal attack position, no playing wing attack. This is on the 19 Urban Final. Roach. Switching play now to McGowan. Latti. That was her range. Why she turned around? But let's see. She wasn't comfortable then. And almost stolen by Gordon. Well, it will be a contact. Has to stand beside Latti. Latti of Gainstead. And we see Thomas going for the steal. Both would have to stand beside Latti. She takes a penalty and scores. Center pass. No. Oh, Latti has given it away. Has given it away, pardon me. Not the greatest pass at all. So turnover. St. Catherine will have possession. 19-11 in third quarter action. Green in the hands of Thomas. Right. Back in the hands of Thomas. St. Catherine in midcourt. And the shoe of Green actually fell off. So she's doing the requisite thing. Tying her shoelace. Oh, they're aggressive Gainstead. So too is St. Catherine. Ball lobbed, looking for Hunter. And Richardson, I think, though, that tipped it away before Hunter could latch on. So a ball stepping down in line. So it's a turnover. Whistle on the play. Gainstead in possession. And Thomas was there in defense for St. Catherine. However, for Gainstead last. Takes a shot and connects. So Gainstead trying to come back in this game. Oh, taken well. This by Green to right, looking for the hands of Hunter, but poor pass though from right. Oh, taken by Hunter. Oh, it's taken away from Hunter. Gainstead moving up court to Roach. Poor pass to Latti was giving away the possession, and they want to give it back. The whistle came though. Save their Burns. In the meantime, Wright inside the shooting circle. She wants it back, but no, and it's tipped away. It's Gainstead possession in midcourt. Roach now finding the wing defender Gordon. Moving over to the left. Now looking for Latti. And last coming off. Gone, they say. But contact called. Won't be a throw in, will be a penalty. And connecting is Lati of Gainstead. 19-13. They're chipping into that lead. Gainstead, St. Catherine leading. Lati, oh, that's a poor pass. Wide of Lati. She looks disgusted. Still a 19-13 lead for St. Catherine over Gainstead. Wright looking for Green. And they've given away the possession. But the contact called, so says umpire Terrence Peart. Gainstead possession with Nicholson in the hands of Roach. Looking for the movement. The center. Back to Roach. Obstruction called just at the end of the shooting circle. Ball lobbed inside, but tipped away. Brilliant work from Gordon of St. Catherine. A reminder, she's a shooter converted in the last week as a defender. A lob from Wright, looking for Hunter on the prowl. Lines up, takes a shot, it rolls out, not in, but goes right back to St. Catherine's right. She was not comfortable. Oh, what a fake that was! Wow! Hunter converting. Major with a major fake, sending the defender to the left. Another turnover from St. Catherine. So the scoreline reads 20-13. This in third quarter action. Another steal. St. Catherine's right, finding Major. Major lobbing it, looking for Hunter. Hunter gets it, was off balance, but instead she goes to Wright again. Wright with a long range effort, hits the back of the rim, rebounded by Gainstead, but they've given it away. Coming off the body of Green of St. Catherine. Give and go. Looking for Lati, but a steal. That pass was short. Poor pass in the end, but a good steal by Gordon. And they've given it right back, but she called for stepping. She called for stepping, seen by umpire Terrence Peart. And Terrence Peart it's called for contact. So it's called for contact. And you saw that a while ago. And if you're a netballer, let me explain what happened. Now the shooter collected the ball, but she bent over. What he's thinking, that the umpire is thinking, that she bent over unnaturally to ease off the girl behind her. That's why he called her for the contact. So she collected the ball. She didn't have to bend over that much. So using her hip, she eased off the defender behind her to give her some space. In the meantime, the ball lobbed to Lati. Lati turning around and connecting on the play. 2015, St. Catherine they lead in third quarter play in the under-19 Urban Final. National Indoor Sports Center coming to life. Green finding Wright. Wright looking for Hunter, collecting with her right hand. Called for stepping. Called for stepping. So turnover. Long pass in mid-court, was almost stolen, and Lati's down on the ground. A comedy of errors. Roach. They're fighting for everything. They're giving their all. Both teams, all players on the court. Looking for Lati. Collects over the hands of Thompson and scores. Over the hands of Gordon, Thompson, pardon me. Now Gainstead coming right back into it. 20-16 is the score. St. Catherine over Gainstead. It's a turnover and an offside. was called. So change will be made on the St. Catherine team. We'll see the coach, Phyllis Thompson. Instructions, other persons in the stands, not enjoying the calls by Terrence Spirit, but in my estimation, he wasn't wrong. A lob from right, looking for Hunter. Right to the wing attack, but a contact call being advanced inside of the shooting circle. The Hunter takes a penalty and connects. 21-16. Ball tipped outside, so it should be St. Catherine's possession, mid-court. Almost a steal by Roach, but gathered by Green. There's a turnover. I'm confused. So who the other way is actually, the umpire, Barbara Hines, is pointing up, but they're not realizing where she's pointing. St. Catherine, the end of the third quarter, it's a 21-16 scoreline. St. Catherine their lead. As Can Gaines said, the defending champions roar in the fourth and final quarter. Or would it be St. Catherine to carry the bacon home for the first time under the Issa banner? They have won this under 19 competition before back in the 90s, but remember it was under the Games Mistress Association banner, not under the Issa banner. They were the one who was running the netball at the time, and also the girls track and field champs before Issa took that over. So from Issa has taken it over, St. Catherine, they have never won the under 19 title. So the fourth and final quarter, this under 19 final, urban final, on in earnest. All persons watching the broadcast, special good day to you across the globe. A steal and a turnover. St. Catherine in possession through Thomas in midcourt, looking for Green. She's flying in the air. Now a lob down court, not the greatest lob at all from Green. But Major finding right. Looking back for Green. Another lob from Green, but it's tipped away by the goal defender Nicholson. Throwing, right with a throwing to Green. Looking back for Hunter. Hunter has been sloppy. The start of the fourth quarter, contact called. She has been bailed out by umpire Barbara Hines. She connects for St. Catherine. Fourth and final quarter. St. Catherine could upset the uppercut. And the whistle came before the ball was thrown away by St. Catherine. Contact in midcourt. Will be a throwing. Where is it gone? Terrence Spirit says no, it's not a St. Catherine throwing. It's against it. They move the ball quickly up court. The attacking third. The wing attack Roach, who started at goal attack, trying to complete a wing attack lob, looking for Latti. Stolen by Gordon. Thomas comes away with it for St. Catherine. And she could not turn. She was stuck in one motion, bailed out by the goal attack. Green. Major. A turnover though. That one I missed. Roach for Gainstead. Finding her goal attack. Looking for Latti. But tipped away by Gunn. Her long hands doing the job in defense for St. Catherine. Thomas to Green. Bullet pass. Major. Then to right. Looking back for the movement of Green. A lob to the Hunter, but it's tipped away from Richardson. Right. And the Major is there. Right being harassed inside of the shooting circle by Nicholson. And the pass finding the hands of Hunter, who connects for St. Catherine. It's a 23-16 lead in this fourth and final quarter. Gainstead maybe gave it away. He stepped on the line. Another turnover from Gainstead. Thomas in the defensive third in midcourt. And a contact. And she has to be careful. The wing defender going after the ball was stopped. And umpire Barbara Hines actually stopped the play. She threw on the ball on the court. She has to be careful though. I know it's frustrating for her. The team is trailing and giving away possession. Another turnover. Nicholson for Gainstead has given away possession. And Thomas could allow the ball to go outside. Instead, she tried to hold it, went through her grass, hit her hand, went in the touch for a throw. Throwing Gainstead. They trail 16-23. Could cut it to now 17-23. Fourth quarter. 4 minutes has elapsed in this fourth quarter. 12 minutes a quarter. This under 19 of Fear. They've given possession away. St. Catherine once again. Here comes Gainstead. They're mounting a challenge in this fourth quarter. Almost a steal by Green. Looking for Latti. And a lob to Latti though, but the whistle went. Turn spear, the umpire. Latti stepping in, taking the penalty and connecting. 23-18, the center pass. So a change is made. The wing defense has been taken on for St. Catherine. So in the meantime, here comes Gainstead once again. This urban final, they are the defending champions. A lob inside, looking for Latti, but tipped away by Gunn. But quick release inside, and a shot to cut the deficit once again. 19 to Gainstead, 23 to St. Catherine. Green, fighting right. Oh, it's a steal. Another steal from Gainstead. Calling for stepping, and even the supporters were calling it before umpire Terrence Speart. In possession. Bounce pass from Major to Thomas. Oh, another steal. Looking for Green. No movement at all from the midcourt. And almost a steal from Gunn. But in the meantime, here comes Gainstead. The defending champions not letting go of the title. Just like that. 23-20. In midcourt. Looking for their center. McGowan inside. Back inside. The goal attack movement to the right. Brilliant movement from the goal attack to score. It's a 2-goal lead for Gainstead, for St. Catherine over Gainstead. 23-21. They're going for all steals. So either it will be a steal or a contact. Right, umpire Terrence Spirit enjoying the game. International umpire. Has been to the World Championships, Senior World Championships. Major. Back to Thomas. Looking for Green. Green to the left. Bounce pass, so almost a steal. Bounce pass coming from Hunter. Inside the circle. Wright has possession. Looking for Hunter, who collects. Obstruction called. Taking the penalty and failing to convert, but it will be another contact on the rebound. And she connects. Hunter was nervous in the first quarter. Now seeing that the nerves has come back. 24-21, St. Catherine, they lead over Gainstead, the defending champions. Latty coming outside the shooting circle, way outside to collect. Looking for the movement of Roach. Had to gather from that bad pass. Ball lobbed and looking for Latty. Moving to the left. Takes the shot and connects. The young lady from Red Challenge representing Gateshead is certainly trying to bring her team back into contention for the title. Lob looking for Hunter. Out of her range, she says. She takes the shot and misses. Another turnover. This from St. Catherine. Oh, they've given it away. A turnover. Here comes St. Catherine. Back inside. Looking for Hunter. And it's sipped away. And the whistle is gone. Contact. This on Hunter by Richardson. She takes a penalty and scores. These St. Catherine supporters are on their feet inside the National Indoor Sports Center. The Gateshead supporters you're seeing on your screen are very nervous, standing and watching as time ticks away. Scoreline, another turnover from Gateshead. 25-22. Here's the score. In possession is Green on right. Green being manhandled in the hands of Major. Major lobbing, looking for Hunter, but that was short. That was short. The pass was short. Should go the other way. Yes, says the umpire, Barbara Hines. So another turnover from St. Catherine. Gateshead through Roach. McGowan. Looking for Latty, running outside of her shooting circle. Oh, brilliant movement from the team called Gateshead. Takes the shot, hits the rim, but rebounded by Gordon. Gateshead getting an opportunity to cut into the lead. But a steal on the other end. It's a 25-22 affair. Under 2 minutes to play. What is unfortunate, there's no clock here for them to see. There is a individual timer with a timer, but they can't see it. And the ball is lobbed outside. A turnover. 25-22. There is a fat lady I saw earlier on was actually doing some tunes. A steal. She was exercising her throat. Lob inside looking for Latty. Latty connects brilliantly and has cut the deficit. 24-25. Is that 24-25 or 23-25? So the score is 24-25. 23-25, exactly. The scorer had it wrong. 23-25. Right, lobbing in. Looking for Hunter. Whistle on the play. Looking at the time, unofficial time. Wright will take the penalty. No, she does not. She goes to Hunter. Was barred in by Nicholson. Takes a penalty and connects. I think that should do it. 26-23. Center pass. The crowd are on their feet. St. Catherine could take their first title under the Issa banner in the under-19 division. However, Gainstead, that's it! That's it! St. Catherine, they are the 2022 champions, and they run onto the court and celebrate, hugging the shooter Hunter, the teammates Wright, Major, Green, Lee, Thomas, and Gordon. They take their first under-19 title under the Issa banner in the Issa under-19 schoolgirls netball competition. They celebrate with their win of 26-23. This over Gainstead, the dethroned champions. They celebrate because they can, and they deserve it. A battle well fought between the two teams. It was not going to be an easy fight for St. Catherine to take away the title from Gainstead, but they did that. They came to the party and they held their own, held their nerve, held their composure to take the title. Now they can celebrate. So St. Catherine, they join Glenmuir as under-19 champions. Glenmuir, the rural under-19 champions. St. Catherine, the urban under-19 champions. And earlier today, we had Homewood Technical taking the under-16 crown, and St. Hughes High, the under-16 crown in the urban, Homewood the rural. What a game we had on hand here this afternoon. Hugs going around. We see Coach Phyllis Thompson being hugged by her goal shooter Hunter. Right, the goal attack to your screen. Dalton Hines having a word with her. And you see pictures are being taken all around St. Catherine. Phyllis Thompson's first under-19 title under the St. Catherine banner. They have won the under-14, they have won the under-16, but for the first time under the Issa. Some of the players from Gainstead are crying. They've been to now 5 finals. Gainstead have won the title twice. As we get ready to speak to Phyllis Thompson. So Phyllis Thompson here, the coach of St. Catherine High. And she must be tearful. As hopefully they'll be celebrating. Okay, here with the coach Phyllis Thompson of St. Catherine. Has been at the school, 13 years or 14 years or so? Lord, we can't say 13 years. Winning your first under-19 title. How are you feeling?
It's really a good feeling. We have been knocking on the door for this title for years, and finally it is here.
For the last 10 years or so, you've been in the top 3 or top 4. What was the difference this time?
That they put in now, it paid off.
You made a conversion of your goalkeeper because your original goalkeeper had left about a week or so ago, but you converted a goal shooter to a goalkeeper.
Yes, definitely. What happened, she was playing both hands, but my main goalkeeper left, so all I had to do was to just convert her into a goalkeeper because most of the teams have tall shooters, so I needed a tall goalkeeper, so I just used her to play goalkeeper.
What was the plan coming into this game?
We were just planning to just go out there and play to the end. We know we were confident and we know we could do it, and we did it.
Yes, you did, and congratulations to you.
Thank you very much.
And your school.
Thank you.
That's Phyllis Thompson, the coach of St. Catherine, the winners of the under-19 urban division. So celebration will be going from here to St. Catherine non-stop, as now the prizes will be handed out. It's a home with technical, the rural junior, and the trophy being presented to them. And they won earlier today, getting the better of Glenmuir in that final by 1 goal. And the pictures are all being taken. So the pictures are being taken of the under 16 champions. Guardian Graham Powell is the coach of this unit. I saw her earlier on though, and they celebrate with a trophy. They're a happy bunch. Going back to Manchester this afternoon with smiles on their faces. Have been dominant in the under 19 division for some time now. And we broadcast that game, and Glenmuir winning that matchup over Manchester 39-35. So the flags are still being flown inside of the NISC, National Indoor Sports Centre. And we see the flags there, the trophy being presented to them. Daughter of Winston Scrappy Nevers, who coached Jamalco for many, many years. Windalco, assistant coach at Edwin Allen. Has been around for many, many years, was a national coach in the under 19 division. St. Hughes, the under 16 junior urban champions, and winning their matchup earlier today over Immaculate 31-22. Started out competitive between the two teams. However, things changed somewhat. Immaculate 31-22. So St. Hughes is a happy bunch right now. And now the urban senior champions will definitely receive their trophy. St. Catherine High School team will hear now the horns inside of the National Indoor Sports Centre. Because the St. Catherine team to man of the under 19 crown, and you see the goal defender, that's for St. Catherine, Thomas, receiving the trophy for the St. Catherine team. So they jump and celebrate. What a day we had of netball. It was all about St. Hughes, all about Homewood in the under 16 division, and then in the under 19 division was St. Catherine and Glenmuir. So KD Gunn getting the MVP in the under 19 urban final. KD Gunn, who plays both ends, and replacing the goalkeeper, original goalkeeper, who left a week ago. So they'll have their fun. And we have to say it was a blast bringing you these finals, rural and urban, under the one umbrella, under the National Indoor Sports Centre. St. Catherine there celebrate, Glenmuir there celebrate. And what a day we had of netball from under 16s straight through to under 19s. I'm Sean Grant on behalf of the entire production team. We wish you farewell, and we hope that you enjoyed our coverage of the Issa under 19, under 16 netball finals, urban and rural.